I cannot be a monster. Girlfriend, why fight it? We're talking about the song Monster from the upcoming Broadway musical Frozen. Okay, so I had to watch this video twice to really figure out what it was talking about, because the very first time that I watched it, I was like, are they really just talking about suicide this whole time? Like, my mind fixated on that, and I just got really turned off, like, a lot. Because I feel like it is an epidemic that's going on around, and I don't think that is anything that is anywhere close to being okay to joke around with, or even portray as being anything positive ever. So that was really what that's what I got out of the very first time. But the second time that I listened to it, I was like, okay, I can breathe a sigh of relief and say, I can see what she's doing. She's just contemplating the fact that she's like, what is this world that I came into? Who am I? Why was I born with this frozen heart? What is going on? Am I the problem, or is this something that outside of me that I can fix? And if I just give up, will these problems still continue? Then yeah, I was, after I got that, I was like, okay, I can breathe a little better now. So I'm not exactly sure why, but there's a lot of people that think that, anytime that anything comes out that talks about Frozen, that we're going to be saying something here at the Rotoscopers. I mean, I don't know why they would think that. It's not like that we've had something to say about everything that's ever come out about Frozen since a year before it came out. Maybe that's why. Seriously though, Frozen, man, like, seeing this come to Broadway is just opening my mind and my heart to just like, wow, the kind of connection that I have with the story, for whatever reason, is just because, a couple years ago, 5.5 to be exact, I went and I saw somebody do the song Let It Go at a Disney D23 Destination D event, and I was able to remember the melody, and we wrote down the words. Morgan was with me, and we were just like frantically writing everything down, and that was one of our biggest like videos that ended up leading us to meeting everybody and just being like, oh, hey, people at Disney, hi. So I just have a really soft spot in my place. I have a very soft place in my heart for the movie Frozen and for all of the people surrounding it. And so seeing this go to Broadway is one of those, just like, it warms the soul. So I'm very happy to see everything that's coming out of this, and I want to see more, and I'm just kind of bitter that I don't have tickets or a flight to New York. It's okay. Someday I will get there. But man, this is exciting because you've got so many things that are coming out of this. I liked how this isn't just an extra song. I think from watching the first time I watched it, I was like, I'm not exactly sure where they're going to be putting this in. But then the next time when I watched it again, I realized, oh, okay, you can hear the voice of Han saying, no, do not harm her. No harm will come to her. So I'm thinking this is probably like right after she has put out and like made this frost go on over everywhere. And I think that she has more of an idea of what actually happened after she lost control than she did in the movie. And then they'll probably put Let It Go maybe later. I don't know. It's kind of the fact that they added this song in what seems to be the placeholder that it's in is just an interesting spot for me, because to me, Let It Go was like, that's the spot that says intermission comes after this. But this one, it ends in the same way that I feel like you could put this right before intermission. So I'm wondering, like, what are they going to do with that? It should be interesting to see. The whole recording of it in general, like sonically and also just visually, I thought it looked really good. Casey Levy is playing Elsa, and she's got some pipes, and I'm like, man, you're making me realize I need to go back and practice a little bit more. So it should be fun. Man, I really want tickets. Gary Wright, one of our writers at the Rotoscopers website, put a great article together on the website, and there were a couple comments on there that I agreed with. First off is the fact that, you know, Casey Levy, as she's doing this song, you can kind of see it as one of those, you know, like Broadway type audition songs, as opposed to the Let It Go, just because the fact that of the vocal range that it requires is I'm da 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 down here, and then ha, like goes super high. And so they really want to be able to, in auditions, they always put those songs in there. So you are going to be hearing this. I agree that is going to be a song that people are going to be singing. And then Gary himself made a comment that he said, I get a lot of very strong no good deed goes unpunished from Wicked vibes from this song. And honestly, that's what I thought about Let It Go in general. Well, the first time I heard it, I was like, okay, knowing Idina Menzel is going to be singing this, I totally hear, you know, Defying Gravity in this. You know, just because they really want to, you know, highlight those vocal ranges. When you have somebody who's capable of doing that, you want to highlight it. So, boom, let's do it. And so I feel like they're just doing this again. Like, you basically take whatever worked in Wicked, because Wicked, I mean, it's Wicked. It's amazing. And just put it over and use that as a guide, as you would say, for anything new that we're going to be adding to this. So, I mean, I have nothing against that. I'm like, yeah, you use what works. And if it works to be putting those vibes in here to be able to highlight that story, cool. You know, it's a story that we all want to hear. So, yeah, we've got so many things to say, good things about this whole thing. But at the same time, like, I've always been very just kind of nervous about it, because like I said, there's a lot of good feelings that I have towards Frozen and all of its creators that I kind of worry with them. I'm like, I hope that they have created something that everyone else will also appreciate. And I'm really excited. Like, okay, here's one thing that I really want to see in this Broadway musical is a reprise of Reindeers Are Better Than People at the very end when he's leaving and he's like, and by he, I mean Kristoff. When Kristoff is leaving Anna behind and saying, well, you know, I'm just going to go back to the way I was, and reindeers are better than people, like kind of a lamenting way. I really wish that they would do that, but I don't know. Okay. Let me know what you guys thought about this new clip, this new song, Monster, that is coming up in the Frozen Broadway musical. And let's chat. All right. Until next time, my name is Chelsea Robson, and you are watching the Rotoscopers.